Would be there.
Well, Mom's a giant hockey fan, as you know.
Yeah.
And so the game is 5 p.m. today.
Huh.
Yeah, 5 p.m. and the Canucks have already won one.
What's the medical, or what's the order?
Pardon me?
Like, if it started at 5 and it takes 3 hours to get through it, does it?
Yeah, about that.
And so it moves pretty slowly.
Well, and it could be even longer if they go into overtime.
Yeah.
Because in the last game, what happened is they scored in the last 18 seconds.
Yeah.
And it was 0-0 up until that time at the end of the third period. So everybody thought for sure it was going to overtime, and then all of a sudden, boom, Rafi Torres got the goal. And so he's a bit of a hero for that.
Yeah, that's good.
And we'll see whether or not one of the Sedins or somebody else gets the goals tonight. But, the Canucks are just going to win the Stanley Cup. That's all there is to it. I know you're very confident about that, aren't you?
Not that much.
Well, you're one of the last guys to get on the Canuck bus here and, the bandwagon or whatever you want to call it. But you said, don't really let you know too much until they get to the Stanley Cup playoffs. So now Lord Stanley down in Stanley Park is wearing a Canucks jersey. And they have the two Lions, as you go across the Lionsgate Bridge. They're both wearing big Canuck jerseys. Everybody's got flags all over their cars. And you can hardly get a Canucks shirt anymore because everybody's bought them all. And there's going to just be craziness downtown tonight.
I'm glad we've chosen to sail. But we should find out what the scores are anyhow.
Well, I'm sure that it's going to be big news over here. You guys will probably get the period-by-period update.
Yeah.
And it looks like your TV room there is all set up for the game. So I don't know if you guys have a special early game meal or something like that, because 5 o'clock dinner could be interrupting with game time there a little bit.
Tell me about other things at your place.
Well, I got Mr. Ethan coming over tonight.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be watching the game with me, and I just did a giant cleanup, and so I've got the place all ready to go, and today is one of the first days that it's really gotten warm, and so I got up early this morning, did a hot yoga class, big surprise, right? and then got on the tear, to get the place all ready for summer, because we haven't had one day over 20 degrees yet this year, and it's already June 4th.
Yeah.
So now summer's here. It might only be this weekend. And I just want to be ready for it so that Ethan and I can spend a good weekend hanging out at the beach.
I hope you're believing that there is a speech, because it's been a little pokey so far.
Yeah. Well, it's all these different things. You want to go jump in the water and everything, and I told Ethan, bring your bathing suit, and he told me, well, I got a cold, so I'm going to have to bring my bathing suit the next time. So that's just the way it goes. Sometimes you're ready, the weather's not ready. Sometimes you're ready, the weather's not ready. Trying to get everything to all line up and the stars to, be in the right position sometimes takes a little work. But anyway,
What's the other changes?
Pardon me?
Are there other changes, or what?
Well, I think I'm getting closer to getting a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't tell you where.
Why not?
One or two places, maybe 3 places. One place is this Harvey's Appliances.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then another is a Tugboat.
Yeah.
And then another one is at a place called FCV. And then I'm going to try and add some more places to the list, just because, these guys, they say they're going to phone you back, and then they don't. And they say that they're ready to have you join them on this date, and then they're not ready. And so I just got to kind of, as somebody said, start working for everybody as soon as you can. But you got to get some money coming in, so I agree with that, and so I'm getting ready for that to happen soon.
Well, at least it's a little bit in the right direction.
Yeah, I think a few things are starting to go in the right direction. So, anything you want to say to anybody else in the world here around I'm going to maybe put this little video on the internet, this little update of us.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think there's anything except that we...
Did you want to say hi to the Dalai Lama, or to, Queen Elizabeth, or...
I don't think...
You're okay?
I got a feeling she wouldn't respond.
Oh, you've been trying to... It's just like people just don't seem to be very good on getting back to each other these days. Even with all this fancy communication technology. Well, we'll sign off here, and we'll see you on another visit.
Okay, well, that's good.